Hey guys, welcome back to another SalmLab video. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Smart Hopewell, and this is the SalmLab channel where I brew encouragement videos using music, tech, and design. But let's jump into what I'm calling the OnePlus full review. For those of you who don't know, I did a video a couple of weeks ago where I basically gave my top 3 features that I really liked about the OnePlus 5T. Now, I've been using this device for approximately 1 month now, and I've got to say I am still very grateful and blown away by the high quality that I'm getting from this device. I've got to say OnePlus just really does it for me. So anyway, let's get into this review. So the first thing I want to talk about in this device is the specs. We're looking at a full optic AMOLED display, which is going to be 18:9 display aspect ratio for those of you who are aspect ratio fanatics. It is a 6-inch display, so you definitely get the bite for your buck with this device, because you are able to hold it in the hand. If you're somebody like me who has pretty big hands, it helps to have a device that actually feels like you're holding a phone. Of course, with the almost bezel-less display, it adds the extra finishing touches to help you feel like you're getting a bigger display for a device that's more or less the same size as a lot of its competitors right now, so bear that in mind. So we're also dealing with a Snapdragon 835 Qualcomm, and obviously processing speed is a huge bonus with the OnePlus 5T. I will say that again, processing speed on the OnePlus 5T is a huge bonus. This device, with only 6 gigs of RAM, heavily outperforms even many of the other devices that I've seen, like the S6, S7, S8, maybe the S9. You know, I'm not a Samsung person. Some of my sisters have Samsungs, but I can't force myself into an ecosystem. And then there's the whole Bixby button thing, which people tend to have a lot of accidental presses. I will just let you know that on the OnePlus 5T, there has been no accidental presses ever. Maybe that's just because I'm well versed on using tech, specifically smartphones of this nature, but yeah, it just hasn't happened for me. The toggle on the top left-hand side of the device is still my favorite. Being able to switch from ring mode to do not disturb mode, and then also vibrate mode, which is silent mode, has been phenomenal, especially when I have to go to like prayer meetings or I'm going to church or something like that. I'm just like, boom, switch, flip the toggle, and you're looking at a really great device. So before we move on, obviously 8 gigs of RAM, up to 128 gig storage. So there is a 6 gig variant. I went for the 8 gig, obviously so that I could get more storage on the device, and I've got to say I'm still only using 5% of that 128 gig, so I don't know what y'all are using on your phones. I mean, I've got Pokemon Go on here. I downloaded PUBG to test that out the other day. I was really impressed by how this device handled it flawlessly, but I'm not, obviously, I don't really do PUBG. The next thing I want to talk about in this device is the build quality. It is a basically titanium finish on this device, and though it might feel slightly heavy in the hand, at least for me, somebody with bigger hands and longer arms, I don't feel it. It feels very light to me. Then again, like I said, I'm quite a large person. I'm very tall, 6'1", so picking up a 6-inch device is like a no-brainer for me. But for somebody maybe with smaller hands, who's maybe perhaps a smaller person, may feel the weight a little bit more. I don't know if there's science behind that. But anyway, build quality. It's beautiful. I've got the matte black finish. You guys would have seen in my previous video, which I did, top 3 features. It was just really attractive. I like okay, because it looks good and it's not a fingerprint magnet. If it's not shiny on the back, but I usually throw a skin on it, so I've got a put the link in the description for that. It's from 2 brothers who make these cases for the 5T on Amazon, and I liked it, so I figured I would throw them a shout out. So thank you for this well-made case. So my next favourite feature on the OnePlus 5T is the dash charging. My life. I told you guys about this in the previous video, and I know I keep referring back to the previous video, and it's just because a lot of the features I spoke about in that video are literally still my top 3 favourite features on this device. But dash charging is definitely in it, and of course battery life goes along with that. One charge lasts me a day and a half, maybe 2 days. I'm being 100% honest that it's just like that. And I don't know if you guys were hoping for a super duper like flashy tech review, but I'm just being honest. Like, I'm giving it to you like fresh out of the box after a month, still looking crispy. I'm really just blown away, and again, like I said, super duper thankful to OnePlus 5T for creating a device that enhances all the other things that I need to do in life. Calendar, no brainer. Taking notes, no brainer. Speed, no brainer. Playing music whilst in a phone call conversation with somebody else, whilst watching a video, no brainer. Opening like 20 apps all at once, no brainer. So the OnePlus 5T is really just stacked up for me in terms of all the things that I have wanted in a phone. I'd say this is pretty much it. And last but not least, the earpiece. The phone call quality on this device is amazing. There is a downward firing speaker, which is great. It does kind of sound a little bit, how do I want to say this? Boofy, if that's a word, or buffy. It gets great high, great sound when it's turned up, very loud. But when it's low, honestly, I found myself probably having to turn the device up or bring it close to my ear and having to turn it up a little bit just because I can't really hear it when it's super quiet. But with earphones, everything else, it's perfect. I don't know what broad or what spectrum you guys are coming from, but I always like to leave people with something at the end of each of my videos to leave them encouraged and at least leave you feeling a little bit more positive about the day you're having, or maybe you woke up on the wrong side of bed. And I pray that whatever it is that you're doing today, whether it be school, work, or education, that you can be the best. But that about wraps it up for this video. I hope you've been encouraged. God bless, stay blessed, peace.